We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month tonight. A story about a local taco truck owner who risked everything to save his business during the devastating Eaton fire. His story is an example of the resiliency of residents and business owners in Altadena. Fox 11's Susan Hirsuna joining us now with this inspirational story of survival.
Survival, exactly. So what would you advise a young business owner to do after the Eaton fire decimated Altadena? Omar de Anda owns the popular taco truck Tacos 210. Well, for years, he parked on a corner right near where the fires burned. A few months ago, he needed to decide, return to Altadena or find a new location.
Esa es la aventura. Las casas.
Omar de Anda will never forget that day in January when Altadena exploded in fire.
I never thought that it was going to make it this far down.
He regularly parked his Tacos 210 truck on Ventura and Fair Oaks. The night the Eaton fire started, he sent his crew home early. Omar stayed nearby at his cousin's.
At 4 in the morning, I remember seeing the embers and the smoke just shooting through the window, you know? And my cousin's like, we have to go, you know? And that's when we decided to, you know, get out.
As the fire spread, he realized he had to go back for his truck or lose his entire business.
The palm trees were on fire. The house over there was on fire. Some of the trees were on, this houses were on fire. And that's when, you know, I was like, holy cow, I barely saved my truck.
He saved his truck, but couldn't save something else that to this day breaks his heart.
That's when I saw those poor little animals, the coyotes, the dogs. I don't know what else it was, but it was like a bunch of them, like more than 10, you know, behind that fence. And when I saw them, they were literally like telling me, get me out of here.
He drove his truck away from the fire to go back. He had to get past the roadblocks. He and his cousin trudged through the cemetery, but as embers continued to rain down around them, the animals could not be saved.
When I went to go touch that fence to see if I could knock it, it was so hot, you know, and my cousin's like, we have to go, let's just go.
Does that still haunt you?
Yes.
Before he left, something else grabbed his attention.
Everything was pitch black. And as we're driving down, there's this old lady just walking down completely out of it. And I see her like go up and down, and that's when I stopped and I told my cousin, look, I think she needs help, you know? And that's when we grabbed her and we took her to church down there. It was really, really intense that morning.
Omar was 7 when his family emigrated to the U.S. from Guanajuato, Mexico. His mom had a popular cart selling tamales, and as a boy, Omar was right there helping. By the age of 18, he was successfully managing a catering company. Then, right before the pandemic, he launched his own business, Tacos 210.
We opened in October.
Yeah.
You know, and then 2 months later, COVID hits. Oh my gosh, I was really scared.
After the Eaton fire, Omar considered selling his truck. But a simple act of kindness brought him worldwide attention. As Altadena still smoldered, he gave his burritos away.
We've just been up and down the Rose Bowl, you know, the borderline of, you know, the evacuation zone. So this is what we're doing right now.
This video went viral and led to a contract with World Central Kitchen. For nearly 4 months, he fed first responders and fire refugees. That saved him. Then in May, he made a decision many questioned. He reopened Tacos 210, parking about a half block from where the taco truck nearly caught fire.
Everybody tells me, like, why don't you move the truck somewhere else? But you know what? This is my community. I grew up here. I have family here. Everybody has treated me so well. You know, I feel like I'm part of this community. Why leave?
Well, Omar and Tacos 210 came to Fox 11 to share his food on our Sunday News Bite segment, so I can attest to the quality of his food and his creativity, because this ain't just your abuelita's tacos. He also has a vegetarian menu that includes tempura battered Brussels sprouts taco and a mushroom kale taco.
Really?
Yes.
Delish.
Delish, and he makes his own salsas and, you know, pico de gallo, so very good indeed.
I love his whole story about the company,
Oh my
but also
gosh.
the fire story. So touching and important to remember these stories and the people who are struggling in these times.
How close he was to all of that. Yeah.
All right.